Well, I'm just really proud of our toughness. I think one of the things we wanted to do is just battle with this team. We in season, we had a really tough battle with them. We didn't play great in the fourth, and this time we closed the game a lot better, which I'm really proud of. And just stuck together. It wasn't pretty, and kind of that's how conference tournaments, when you start, can be a little ugly. But we just stayed the course, stayed with it, and I'm just really proud of our team, and particularly these two sophomores, just really kind of being veterans for us out there. So it's a good start. It's not exactly how we want to play. We're gonna have to play a lot better moving forward for sure, but it's certainly a good start.
What made today such a hard-fought game between the two student teams?
I think there's just some matchup differences for sure for us. It's a little bit tougher matchup for us at times. They push the ball really well in transition. They're well coached. They're physical. They're a really physical team. They're a good rebounding team. So those are things that they do really well. So credit to them, and just glad that we just stepped in and answered the call today.
Your team was able to buckle down in the second and the fourth quarters. How were you able to do so?
Well, we always talk about winning the first quarter, third quarter, beginning of the game, and then finishing strong. So just always having little markers to refocus our team, and I think that's a big key to it. Really just leaning on our leadership with these guys, Alisha and Jazz and Michaela, being anchors for us and just kind of following their lead. So that's something we're going to have to continue to do too.
Alisha, what has helped this team to be able to turn the corner and play so well over the last 14 to 15 games?
I think it's just we really started to be more bought into this process. We just started off really, we struggled at the beginning, but we talked about it and we knew that we had a chance to win the conference tournament. So it's just little things, and we're just doing better now.
Jazz, knowing that the game was a little closer than you maybe would have liked at halftime, what was some of that conversation, and what was your and your teammates' goals to put it on another gear for the second half?
We just know that we've put in the work for that, and we just have worked too hard to let it slip out of our hands in the second half. So I think just relying on each other, and we have 1 through 14 everybody who can show up and play for us. So just relying on each other and trusting each other, knowing that we put in the work to end the game was really important.
Coach, what sort of impact does Alisha have on her ability to be able to protect the rim, and what does that have on your defense?
Oh, it has a ton. She's back there, and if we get beat off a drive, she's there. Now we got to do better, not getting beat off the drive, so we don't rely on her too much. But just her length, her timing, just her desire back there. She's just so clutch and made some huge plays for us. But it can give your whole team a lot of confidence, knowing that they can pressure more, they can get in passing lanes, they can do a lot with Alisha back there, kind of guarding the paint.
What friendly words of wisdom did you say in your last fourth quarter timeout? Friendly words of wisdom.
Well, actually, I really did want to encourage us. Just, hey, stick together right here. It's really important that you finish strong with toughness and rebounding. We said before the game that we wanted to out-rebound. We didn't get that goal, but we had some really big rebounds down there. We needed to execute just a little bit better, use the clock as our friend, especially when you have a lead, but just encourage them. We got it. This is our quarter. And we all knew going into this game that this needed to be our fourth quarter.
Jazz, I've had quite a few conversations with you about mental preparedness, right? So just talk a little bit about how you were able to mentally prepare for this tournament and how you're able to take out such a tough team like the Thunderbirds.
I think a lot of it is just building confidence and knowing that we do belong here, and that we just having seeing the value in each other. And I think we have a really cool sisterhood, and it's fun to win with your best friends, and we've put in a lot of work to do that. And so I think when it comes game time, you know that you put in the work, and now we're here ready to show up. So
Alisha, what does it mean for you to be MVP coming into this, and is that any extra pressure?
Yes, girl. Yeah, you said straight up. You own that.
It's definitely a blessing to have that honor, but it's not, I don't know how to say this, but it's definitely an honor. I'm really grateful for it. I have a great support system from my teammates, my coaches, family, friends. It's just amazing. I'm really blessed to have that. But now we're here, and it's something that I have to leave behind me, because at each game, we just have to show up. Not just me, but everybody. So the title isn't something that I want to think about too much. So.
With you getting in a little bit of foul trouble along down the stretch, as well as Jaden and Michaela, Were you concerned at all? What was your mental state and your teammates to be able to make it through 4 quarters?
I wasn't really concerned because I trust them. They're smart players, so I knew that they'd figure it out. Something we've battled in the past, so.
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about coming into the tournament, knowing that it was an unconventional season, as they say, but knowing that it is March Madness and it is about surviving advance and getting your team prepared to be able to take it one game at a time?
Well, I feel comfortable in these situations as a coach, just understanding that it's not always going to go perfectly, and every game has its own identity. And we look at the scouting report, whether we played this team 5 times, 6 times, the 7th game is different. And so you have to let the game have its own identity and just be who we are. And I think when you trust who you are and you trust your teammates, you just have to turn around and you just got to start making plays for each other and do the little things that make the big difference. So it is March Madness. It was a tough road to get here. We started out really tough. I could see that we had a lot of potential. We just had to build the right habits over time. And then getting here, it's just we wanted to get in a position where we had a bye in the first round. We wanted to flip our record from last year from 8-12 to 12-7, and we did that. And so you're starting to see kind of the fruits of our labor and the hard work that it really does take. And it isn't an easy process. There's nothing easy about it. Even getting here, we had a false positive, and there was a monkey wrench there. And so what we've learned is to be resilient and be grateful and show up for the day. And every game is just a battle, and the toughest team wins.
Hannah struggled from the field but came to clutch down the line. What does that tell you about her and her style of play and her mental capabilities?
Well, Hannah's coachable. She's a basketball family, and if you tell her, we need you to be more aggressive, then she'll start looking to be more aggressive. And, over time, I think she'll just become that. But just steady for us, She plays both ends of the floor. She doesn't make a lot of mental errors. You just can count on her. And I think in a tournament like this, that's really comforting when you have somebody young that you can just totally count on. You're not going to have, out-of-the-box stuff going on, but just pushing her to take more shots, get, more penetrations and stuff like that. And then she's really good from the foul line, so it's great to be able to rely on that as well.
Jazz, next up is Idaho State. What does it mean for you to be able to get a chance to go against the Bengals once again?
I'm excited. We didn't have our whole team last time we played them, and they still played really well. They definitely showed them that we are ready, and then we have a great team. So I think that once we have our whole team back, me, Michaela, Brooklyn, Lex, and Jaden wasn't able to play then too. I just think it's going to be exciting to take them on with our whole team and show them what we've been working with the whole year.
What about you, Alisha?
Like she said, it's a totally different team, so I'm excited.